Hi there, guys. Luis from Vintage Action. I hope you're all well, that you guys had a nice Christmas. And today, guys, I'm here to show you my Chuck Norris collection 4K, Blu-ray, DVD. So I'm going to show you my personal collection of Chuck Norris. As you can see behind me is the menu of the Missing in Action movie, the cult classic from '84. And through the years, guys, I started watching Chuck Norris movies like beginning of the '90s. Growing up, I had a lot of the VHSs of the Chuck Norris movies growing up, and then I started collecting DVDs, and a lot of the DVDs I still have back in Portugal. So I brought some to the UK where I live now, but I still have plenty of DVDs back there, so I cannot bring everything in one go. And today, guys, I'll be showing you my, like I told you, Blu-ray, 4K, DVD collection, and I'm going to share with you guys because, Chuck Norris is one of the most famous when it comes to action movies from '80s, '90s, even late '70s, right? So he's one of the people's favorites alongside, Van Damme and Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, Steven Seagal, Wesley Snipes, Gary Daniels, Olivier Gruner, all those guys from the '80s and '90s. But, Chuck Norris was more mainstream, like Van Damme was at the time, like Schwarzenegger, like Stallone. Those guys were bigger names than the B movies. The guys from the B movies, the Gary Daniels, the Olivier Gruners, and all those guys like Jeff Wincott, Cynthia Rothrock. They were famous in the B movie world, the fans that would go to the VHS stores. But Chuck Norris was one of the big guys even before he became like an internet sensation with all those memes and everything. The true fans, you guys that follow my channel and see these videos, because you grew up with Chuck Norris even before there was like internet. So you guys know about all these cult classics. So without further ado, guys, let me start showing you. This is the Way of the Dragon. This is the 4K released by Harrow. They released like a 4K box set. I didn't buy that one, the Bruce Lee 4K box set from Harrow last year. So this one is the single release, individual one. So this is a nice slipcover, and don't need to talk much about this one. That iconic fight scene end of the movie between, like in the Colosseum in Rome, between Chuck and Bruce Lee. As you can see here, The Way of the Dragon, nice slipcover. Just show here the 4K. Here, this is the alternative cover. Just show you guys The Way of the Dragon 4K. There's a extra here as well. There is like alternative, as you can see, artwork for this one. This one is Chinese one. The other one is in English, and this one comes with a nice booklet, as you can see, nice pictures, a lot of like information about the Way of the Dragon, this cult classic. As you can see, this cult classic from the '70s that put together like Bruce and Chuck, and that iconic final fight scene between them two. And this is a cool release from Harrow, the single one, because they release a box set with all his movies on 4K, except like Enter the Dragon, obviously, because it's a Warner Brother movie. So Warner Brothers. So this is The Way of the Dragon. Cool, nice one. This one is still in stock, guys. US, UK, you can still buy this one. Harrow, like website, Amazon, everywhere. So this one costs roughly around £20. So let me go to the next one. This one is a cult classic, Slaughter in San Francisco. Another cult classic with Chuck Norris, as you can see, and Wong Tao. Look at this cool, very nice slipcover. As you can see here, this one was released by Eureka beginning of the year, and this artwork is like really cool. And this one is loaded with extras like new interviews, Even Michael Ward, there's interview with Michael Ward that you might know from Final Impact, a lot of PM Entertainment movies. He was one of the young stars, like, beginning of the 90s, and Feast of Iron with Matthias Hughes. There is an interview with him on this one. As you can see, this is loaded with extras. I'm not going to tell you guys one by one because I already did like an unboxing of this one, otherwise I'll be here for more than an hour. It's just showing the nice slip cover of this one. This one is still available, guys. You still can get this one on like Amazon or Eureka website. Another cult classic from Chuck Norris, another movie from '74, when before even he didn't have his trademark like beer at the time yet. So like young Chuck Norris, like in beginning of his career. So this is one of his first two movies. There's some movies I don't own, like Breaker Breaker, or Good Guys Wear Black, or the a lot of is like a Force of One or Silent Rage. I had all those movies on VHS, even Force Vengeance. I have the DVDs of Silent Rage, Force Vengeance as well. All those movies are like Blu-ray releases if you want to buy those. Even Force Vengeance was released by I think Shout Studios in US. So, and even in Germany there are releases for all those Chuck Norris classics from like late 70s, before he became like the big star for Canon, and we started with those cult classics like Missing in Action and Delta Force. So now I'm going to show you guys this one from 1980. This one actually started the ninja movies, because even before the Enter the Ninja, The Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja the Domination, the 5 American Ninja movies, this one was one of the first like ninja movies, like a famous one. You have Chuck Norris, Lee Van Cleef, you have Richard Norton as well, Tadashi Yamashita, the guy that plays like the bad guy in American Ninja. He also plays alongside David Bradley in American Ninja 5, like Capital Punishment with Gary Daniels as well. He's a legend. So as you can see here, this is a nice slipcover. As you can see, for The Octagon from 1980. This one is a Kino Lorber release in US, so there is a UK release as well, guys, so you can buy the US one from Kino Lorber, but there is also a UK release. It doesn't come with this like nice slipcover, as you can see, but when it comes to the rest, it comes with the extras as well. There's a big like making of The Octagon that was made like early 2000s, like 40 something minutes long. You have the director Eric Carson, you have Richard Norton, the producer, a lot of the people involved on this one. I mean, if you're a big fan of Chuck Norris, I watched this one many times growing up, The Octagon, and like I told you, have Gerald Okamura, that is like a guy that you see in a lot of like martial arts action movies from the 80s and the 90s as well. So this is like a cult classic. As you can see here, a nice slipcover. If you are in the US, you can get this one from Kino Lorber. It's cheaper now. You can get it on Amazon or directly from their website. It's one of my favorites growing up. This is the alternative cover. It's really nice. So, but you have the original. If you see the inside of the Blu-ray, you have the actual original like artwork from the movie. So a really nice like release from Kino Lorber. The Octagon, that one that started the ninja movies even before the Ninja trilogy and the American Ninjas. We had The Octagon, and this one is a really good transfer, 2K transfer, 1080p, a really nice release, The Octagon. So now I'm going to show you another Kino Lorber release of these cult classics, Missing in Action trilogy. This one was released by Kino Lorber. This is a really nice, cool release, as you can see here. This one was released like 3 years ago, like by Kino Lorber. As you can see behind me, this is the main menu for Missing in Action, and this is a cool release from Kino Lorber. And as you can see here, let me show you here, like this is a nice slipcover, a little bit damaged because I ordered this from Amazon US. I live in the UK. As you can see, guys, Amazon, they are not the nicest when it comes to packaging and everything, but it's not that bad, just a little bit like damage here. And this is a nice slip cover, and it comes with all the 3 movies: Missing in Action, Missing in Action 2, The Beginning, and Missing in Action 3, Braddock. This one is like a 4K scan. They did is a Blu-ray, but a new 4K scan that was made for this release by Kino Lorber. And this one as well, Missing in Action 2, as you can see, is a brand new scan, 4K scan as well. And the third one is like a 2 scan from the 35mm. It still looks good, the picture quality. Of course, the first 2 look better because it was a 4K scan Blu-rays, but with a 4K scan, and this one had just like a 2K scan. When it comes to the special features, not much. The first one, you have an audio commentary by director Joseph Zito, interview with screenwriter James Brunner, and trailer. The second one, you have the audio commentary by director Lance Hull, moderated by historian filmmaker Daniel Kramer, theatrical trailer. And the third one, audio commentary by action film historians Mike Leader and Arn Venema, theatrical trailer. I hope I'm pronouncing correctly the names of these guys. But yeah, guys, another cult classic. Again, guys, you can get this one from their website. You can get this one, even if you live in UK, you can order from Amazon. I bought this one. That cost me like £30. So it was not a bad price. Actually, it was like $30 at the time in the US, but you know, you had to pay the shipping and the handling, all of that. But this one in US in summertime, it was like $30 US for the 3 movies in this nice package. So this nice slip cover, well worth it. 3 cult classics, one of the most famous movies when it comes to Chuck Norris. It was one of his most famous movies when it comes to the box office, like Missing in Action, and obviously is like people's favorite, especially the first 2. I mean, I liked the third one, but it was not as successful when it comes to the box office. So now I have this cult classic here, Lone Wolf McQuade, Chuck Norris, David Carradine, this cult classic from '83, original Orion movie, and now MGM owns the rights to this one. This one was released like last year here in the UK by the Final Cut and Park Circus. So if you guys are in the UK, you can get your hands to this one. Initial price was roughly around £14, but a lot of times there is promotions. You can get your hands to this one roughly around £10. There is no extras whatsoever, but as you can see, it's a nice artwork on the disc. And as well, there is no reversal cover, but it's a nice cult classic. You have like Chuck Norris against David Carradine, 2 like iconic like figures when it comes to action movies. Obviously, David Carradine, it was not a martial artist. In a real fight, Chuck Norris would win. But you know, another cult classic here, Lone Wolf McQuade. And there is a US release of this one, a German release, and this one was released last year in the UK, Lone Wolf McQuade. Now, guys, I'm going to show you the Delta Force, one of another cult classic, Chuck Norris, Lee Harvey, Steve James, Robert Forster, like playing the bad guy. This one was one of my favorites growing up. This one is an amazing release by Harrow here in the UK. This one was released like 2014, 15, roughly 10 years ago. This one has been released this year in the US by Shout Scream Factory, right? They released the 4K, but without any special features. Literally, they did like a 4K scan to the movie, and I mean, this one looks great on Blu-ray. They did like a 2K scan at the time. They might release this one on 4K, but I don't feel the need to update now because there is no special features whatsoever, new special features. And this one, guys, in the UK, this one is out of print, but you can still get your hands to this one like on eBay, and this one comes with nice special features as well. And comes with, look, this is a nice artwork on the disc. This one comes with a nice booklet, a lot of information. And there is information here about the transfer. As you can see, they did like a brand new 2K transfer. It says like MGM and delivered by Hollywood Classics. The original transfer was produced by Paramount from an original 35mm interpositive and the original 4-track stereo print master. So that was the transfer they did in 14-15 when this was released by Harrow here in the UK. And this one is a really nice booklet. Nice collector's edition booklet. I mean, if you are big fans of like the Delta Force, and this one comes with the original artwork, as you can see. Chuck Norris, Lee Marvin. It comes with the original artwork as well. A nice artwork, as you can see. So probably, if you guys live in US, you might want to get your hands to the 4K by Shout that was released this year, and it comes without any slipcover, anything, and with the original like artwork. This 1 year is the artwork in the actual like 4K disc, but without any special features whatsoever. So this one is a good option if you are in the UK. People selling it super expensive on eBay, but one of my favorites growing up, as this one was the Delta Force, the Colombian Connection, the Stranglehold. So has two different titles depending on the country, and this is the UK release that was released by 101 Films here in the UK, and this one was one of my favorites growing up because you have Billy Drago playing the bad guy up against like Chuck Norris. So an amazing movie. A lot of people don't talk much about this one. This was from 1990, not as successful as the first one because the first one was a bigger movie, a bigger budget. You had Lee Marvin, you have Steve James, you have a lot of great actors, and it was more than 2 hours long. But this one was always one of my favorites, especially the fight scenes and just having like Chuck Norris and Billy Drago. Billy Drago playing the bad guy is always great as a bad guy. So Delta Force 2 Blu-ray release. There is like German, US release. You can get your hands easy to this one as well. This one here is another release by 101 Films in the UK. Is Firewalker, another cult classic, one of my favorites, like more like an adventure movie, action comedy as well, not like as a violent. You had Chuck Norris, Louis Gossett Jr. as well, one of my favorites. I remember on a Sunday in the afternoon watching this on TV. This was always on TV back in Portugal in the 90s, so obviously I had to have this one, Firewalker, another cult classic from Chuck Norris from 85. Now guys, I'm going to show you the Invasion USA. So I did a unboxing of this one, a review. This is a new release by it was released this year by Vinegar Syndrome in US. If you are big fans, you have to get your hands to this one because you have a new audio commentary, interviews with James Parks, with the director Joseph Zito, with some of the actors. So and this one comes with a nice booklet, collector's booklet. As you can see, I had like a review of this one. You can check on my channel. And you have the 4K disc and you have the Blu-ray disc. This one, the Blu-ray disc is region A, so pay attention if you don't have a free region player. And if you import this one, if you live in UK, this one, the Blu-ray is region A, so it won't play on an Xbox or a PlayStation 5, so only the 4K. And this one, again, this is the original artwork, and this one comes with the new artwork as well. As you can see from Vinegar Syndrome, is the same of the slipcover, and this one was always one of my favorites as well. Richard Lynch playing the bad guy is always one of the people's favorites. It was great as a bad guy. You have like a cameo from Billy Drago. He's like the drug dealer, that famous scene that he is killed by Chuck Norris in the movie. So one of my favorites as well growing up, Invasion USA. This one, it was a release by Esk in France. This is the Blu-ray. This is a VHS collector's edition, an amazing edition. as you can see, really cool VHS edition. Look at this nice. I did like a review of this one, but this one is really great, as you can see here, like pretending being a VHS, and this one comes with loads of extras, as you can see here, like a booklet, as you can see, a poster, really cool, like a magazine, as you can see, like postcards. It's a really cool like release, but you can check this one because I did a review like more than a year ago on my channel, and if you want to check, you can go and check. But this is a Blu-ray release without any extras, but so many perks, like a reversible poster, the booklet, everything is in French, but it's an amazing, beautiful like release of Invasion USA. And now another cult classic, Code of Silence, one of his most famous movies, even when it comes to the box office. I think only like Missing in Action was more successful when it comes to the box office. Code of Silence was one of his like most successful movies. This one was directed by Andrew Davies, and end up directing like Under Siege with Steven Seagal in '92. He directed The Fugitive with Harrison Ford as well. So it was a super famous director at the time. So this one was before Under Siege, or even before the Fugitive with Harrison Ford. This one was a release by 88 Films here in the UK last year, 23, and there's a nice cool slipcover. I did like a review and unboxing of this one. Just going to show you a quick. This is the original like poster. This is reversible as well, and this one comes with a poster as well, and this one comes with a nice like booklet, original Orion movie as well. Then, as you know, Orion, MGM owns the rights to all the Orion like movies like RoboCop and many other cult classics that now they own the movies, like as you can see here, Code of Silence, another cult classic, amazing cult classic. And also a lot of the cast, a lot of the guys you see on this one is from '85, 3 years after, or Above the Law with Steven Seagal, his first movie. You see a lot of the bad guys, a lot of the police officers. You see a lot of the same cast, and both movies were shot like in Chicago. And you see a lot of the same cast in Above the Law in '88 with Steven Seagal, because Above the Law was directed by Andrew Davies as well. So he directed a lot of like cult classics after Code of Silence. And now, guys, two of my favorites, and very rare, and probably one of the few movies, I don't remember if there is any, apart from these two, that they don't have like a HD release. This one, still today, more than 30 years after, this one is from the Hitman from '91, and this one is Hellbound, one of the last few movies being released theatrically by Canon Movies. This one and the other one was American still Cyborg Warrior, that with Joe Lara. It was one of the last movies being released by Canon Movies, and then they went bankruptcy, right? So this one is a pack, as you can see here, and the names are in Portuguese, because this one, I bought this one more than 20 years ago. That's, you guys can see I'm a big fan. So I have this pack, and I brought this one. I went to Portugal like on vacations, like summertime, and I bought this one with me. A pack of like, as you can see, the Hitman '91 and Hellbound. This is, you can see a cool, nice slipcover. It's written in Portuguese. It was like released in Portugal by Pris Video. They were the ones that owned the rights to these ones back in the days in Portugal. And you can see here like the Hitman in Portuguese is like, if you translate to English, is like the Destroyer. They always change the names of the titles. As you can see here, like Canon movie. And one of my favorite movies that still today doesn't have like a HD release. This one is owned by Warner Brothers, because as you might know, most of the Canon movies now, the library, it's owned by MGM. but some of the later movies from canon movies are owned by Warner Brothers, like American Samurai, Delta Force 3. There are some canon movies that are like owned by Warner Brothers, and this one is one of them. And still today, guys, more than 30 years after, this one doesn't have like a HD release. That's why I'll never get rid of this one, even though it's a DVD. Every time I want to watch this one, I have here the original that was released. Actually, this one was released in 2006, as you can see here, in Portugal. It was released like 18 years ago. And in the same pack, you have like Hellbound in Portuguese, Demolition Cop. They always change the titles, but as you can see here, canon movies and Priest Video, they were the ones in Portugal that had the rights to these ones back in the days, and they were the ones who released the VHSs and later the DVDs. And yeah, guys, two of my favorites, and it's amazing. There is no Blu-ray HD releases of these two anywhere in the world that I know of. I mean, if you guys know, you can tell me, but this one is not even on streaming platforms or anything. This is very rare. Even you have like people selling these two for crazy prices on the on eBay and everything, and it's very rare you have these two, because probably only someone from Portugal will have these two. And we have like a lot of DVDs. Like I was checking when I went back there, and I found these two because I have like boxes and boxes full of like old DVDs. And unfortunately, years ago I had to get rid of like all the VHSs. They were all moldy and everything, because I have like more than 300, 400 VHSs. But I kept all the DVDs, but are in bags and boxes. And I found this one, and I said, oh, no way I'm going to throw away like this one. This one is like gold, because you want to have the DVDs. And the last ones, guys, I'm going to show you is obviously the last movie I own when it comes to Blu-rays, 4Ks, is like the Expendables 2. And as you can see, is Chuck here. This is like released by Lionsgate here in the UK. This one was released by in US as well. This is the Expendables 2. As you can see, nice Blu-ray. And you have all these guys. You have Van Damme on this one as well. For me, this one is my favorite when it comes to the Expendables. Let me know what you think, guys, if this one is your favorite Expendables. The last one, I was a little bit disappointed. It's okay. The third one, a little bit better than the fourth, but by far the first two are the best ones of the Expendables, and especially this one, because like the first one they already had like Stallone and Statham and Jet Li and Dolph Lundgren, but this one they had Chuck Norris and Van Damme as the bad guy, and you have Scott Adkins as well. So this one literally was one of my favorites, and I still have, guys, this nice 4K release by Lionsgate in the US. This one was not released, unfortunately. As you can see, this cool, nice lenticular like sleep cover. And yeah, this one was released by Lionsgate in the in the US. So as you can see here, like really, it comes with all the 4 movies. This one contains like 8 discs, and you have here like the digital code as well. I can show you guys if it still works. I haven't showed this code to anyone else before, so if you guys want it, you can get it. I mean, good luck. I don't mind, really. Usually in UK, we don't get, most of the movies, we don't get the digital code, so I'm not going to use it. I didn't show this one to anyone before, so it should be working. I bought this from eBay, actually a really good price. It cost me like £25, like $30, 30 something dollars. Even me, I was surprised, brand new. And it's a really cool, nice like release of the Expendables, all the 4 movies on 4K. I'm going to be honest, I'm a big fan more of the first 2. but still, it's good to have all the entire collection on 4K. And yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this, like me showing you guys my personal like collection of Chuck Norris on DVD, 4K, Blu-ray. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about all these movies I have just shown to you guys. Which one is your favorite? Which one was your favorite growing up as well? If you guys own a lot of these movies, if there is a certain specific movie that I didn't cover here that it's one of your favorites, maybe Silent Rage. A lot of people like that one, or Force Vengeance. But I think the main ones, the cult classics, the most famous ones, I have it here with me. So yeah, guys, as you know, your opinion is always important to me. I'm just a big fan, like all of you guys. Let me know what you guys think about all these cult classics. Which one was your favorite growing up? If you own a lot of these cult classics that I've just shown you guys, if there is any movie in particular that you would like to own as well. And yeah, guys, Chuck Norris was always one of the people's favorites, alongside the Van Damme, and Schwarzenegger, Stallone, and all the other guys, Dudikoff, David Bradley, like B movie stars, but still people that like these action movies growing up. I didn't care if it was the A-listers or B movie stars. I always liked all these guys. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about all these movies, what you think about Chuck Norris, if it's one of your favorite actors as well. And yeah, guys, I'll be with you guys soon, as always, unboxing and reviewing all these cult classics from the 80s and 90s that we grew up watching. And yeah, guys, keep strong.